Time to get it popping once again. Foolish Show Podcast. Drizzy checking in. Let's take off, man. We got special guests coming through. Ladies' night tonight, y'all. We got two special ladies gonna be on the podcast tonight. But let's get it, man. Let's get this party started on a Thursday night. Hope y'all had a great day, man.
Real close to you. Real talk. We'll stab you in the back.
We're gonna get this show started in a minute. Go ahead and fix you a drink, grab you a snack.
Man, look at this.
Hit that thumbs up button.
Everybody done switch. Got me in the ditch. Got me feeling this.
Princess checking in.
All in the mix.
We're gonna have a good show tonight, y'all.
Friends turn to foes. You already know.
Make sure y'all get that mixtape if you ain't already get it. Foolish, let the swag talk on all platforms. Livemixtapes.com, Spotify. Go ahead and download that.
Black man is in jail. I want to go to heaven. I'm already catching hell. Not a cartoon. This and not dovetail. The ones you love will talk about you like a dog. Sipping and drinking.
We're gonna have a good time tonight, man.
Been my best friend, nigga broke my heart, man, he was jealous, so I had to cut him off, He was my dog, but you turned flaw, love supposed to last forever, but I hit fall.
Let's have a good time, man.
That's a known fact. The love that you give will never come back. Man, look at this. Everybody done switch. Left me in the ditch. Got me feeling pissed. Got me all in the mix.
Live chat wide open. Keystar checking in.
Man, look at this. Everybody done switched. Left me in the ditch. Got me feeling pissed. Got me all in the mix. Got me all in the mix. Got me all in the mix. Man, look at this. Everybody done switched. Left me in the ditch. Got me
Rain checking in.
all in the mix. Got me all in the mix.
Let's have a good show tonight, y'all.
That's how
Let's get this party started, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome y'all to the Foolish Show Podcast. I'm your host, F to the Ish. That stands for Foolish, representing reality music, entertainment. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Jumping on the podcast. We're going to have a good time tonight. Y'all remember, the live chat is wide open. You can always be a part of the show. Speak your mind. We're going to keep it positive. That's all I ask from y'all. Keep everything positive. If you with that negative stuff, then you got to take it somewhere else. But we keep it positive over here. We got one more day until Friday, y'all, then the weekend. So hopefully y'all doing y'all thing and ready to do what you do. So what's going on for tonight, y'all? Tonight, we're going to talk about popularity. How important is being popular, being cool to you? Do you want everybody to like you? What would you do to be popular? How important is that to you? Would you sacrifice everything? How do you live your life? Do you compare your life to other people's? Do you look at what somebody else got and they around your same age and agenda and say, dang, why I ain't got that? How do y'all live? So that's what we're going to start the show off with tonight. How y'all feel about popularity? But I got a special guest checking in, like I told y'all. She's coming in the building, and I already told y'all what time it is. So let's get this party cracking and bring her on. Then we can really get started.
Let's get it cracking. What's
Sammy,
up?
how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I had a busy day. I did. I just got out of school a few minutes ago, and I just wanted to make sure I come in on time.
Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate you even taking your time to come on here.
I appreciate you for having me.
Much love, much love. Listen, I like to let my guests introduce themselves and tell the world who they is and what they got going on. So I'm gonna give the mic to you and let everybody know who you are and what you representing over there.
I'm Lamiere. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I am a female rapper and entrepreneur, former model, former vixen, and engineer as well. I write, record, mix, and master my own music.
Oh, you do it all yourself?
All myself.
Oh man.
Right now,
This
my
woman
own
got talent, y'all.
too.
She do it all.
I'm my own manager. I'm my own everything, booking agent. You know how it goes when you're first starting out in this industry.
You gotta be your number one supporter and fan. So if you don't do it, who gonna do
Nobody gonna do it.
it?
Nobody.
Because everybody gonna jump on the train once the train start rolling.
Exactly.
When they see you getting traction and getting popular, then everybody gonna scream your name.
Right.
You know how I go.
Oh, I know how it goes. Trust me.
So you representing New York, NYC is in the house tonight, y'all. We got Miss Lamiere checking in. Y'all make sure y'all look up and support all her music.
I would definitely appreciate that. Woo.
So tell me about what's been the ups and downs of being a female in the industry and trying to get people to take you serious and trying to really get your craft and your music out there.
When you're a female rapper, no one believes that you write your own music. If you're bad, no one believes you're good at first. No one believes that any female rapper is talented at first. Once you prove you're talented, then they don't believe you write your own music.
Right.
I think that we're coming into a new age where people in general are starting to take female rappers a lot more serious, and they're realizing that we as a community come with bars, we come with perspective, and we come with, our own personalities and our own styles, and
I agree.
Generate just as much money as the guys, if not
I agree.
more.
Y'all will get more because especially if you got the looks.
Right.
You're gonna grab people's attention. You know how people is. If you beautiful, if you got something going on, they'll follow it just because how you look.
That is true.
You gotta think about it.
But I will say that if your fan base is based off of how you look, it's more difficult to get them to actually listen to the music for the music.
True.
And on top of that, beauty fades.
Ooh, you speaking some truth tonight, woman. You speaking some truth tonight.
As we get older, it's like there's gonna be the next hot thing, the next hottest younger person, female or male, that come out. So it's like, I really don't want my fans to just think about how I look. I want them to.
I like that.
I want them to connect with me.
I like that. And just like you said, I preach that all the time on this podcast. I tell ladies and gentlemen, listen, everybody get caught up on how they look. You keep on getting older, that hair gonna fall out, it's gonna turn gray, you're gonna get wrinkles. Nobody looks the same when they get 60, 70, 80 years old if you still here.
Right. Well, I really, from seeing your podcast and seeing what you do, I was really intrigued by the name of your podcast, The Foolish Podcast. I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to know how you came up with that name.
Came up because my rap name is Foolish.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. Ain't nothing really major.
But it's an interesting name for a podcast, and it's an interesting name for a rapper too. And why is your rapper name Foolish?
Because I take it as I always be the life of the party. I always act a fool, so I just took that name. And ran with it.
Okay.
And just like you said, I know it's going to intrigue people. And then when they meet me, what they was expecting, I'm going to be the opposite, because they probably think he's dumb, he's crazy, he's ignorant. And once you know me, you're gonna like, nah, that ain't him.
Oddly enough, dumb, crazy, and ignorant is like the new norm.
Listen, that's what go viral now. You'll get popular now. Look at Charleston White and all these people in the world.
Crazy.
You get popular just from going on rants. and cussing and saying all type of crazy stuff.
Crazy.
And you get on and they speak positivity, and you don't get one person to listen to you.
Oh no. Why? Why would you?
Negativity always sells. So, what we was talking about, the hard times of being a female artist. So, what do you think about how all the women, most of the time, not every woman, some women really got bars, but the ones that just everything is just about sex, 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 and my body, and what my thing can do, and this and this and that. How do you feel about those type of women that make music?
I think that men dumb down their lyrics sometimes. I think they said Jay-Z. There was a few people, Kendrick. There's a few people that have dumbed down their lyrics to sell records.
Right.
Women, as women, we are always portrayed to have to like put on a show for men. You know what I'm saying? Men, you
Right.
got spectators. Women, we're the performers. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's hard to ignore that sex sells, and it's hard to ignore that sex makes money. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So when it boils down to it, you got to do what you got to do. And honey, I'm gonna sell sex too. I try to put my
Yeah,
art
yeah.
with
And
it, but I sell
that's just
sex
what's gonna
too.
get people attention.
if
That's
it
what's gonna
if
get
it
them
come down,
attention.
I'm sorry, if it come down to getting in a financial predicament to where my children and my children's children is going to be set, then it's not a problem for me. I think also sex is a part of life. You know
That's
what
how
I mean?
we got here.
The things that they're saying, it might be extreme sometimes, and I feel that people mistake like, your innermost thoughts. Rap is an art. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Sometimes you might say, a guy might say, I want to kill a nigga. I want to pull his heart out. You know what I'm saying? Or I want to piss
Mm-hmm.
off. Them battle rappers too. They say a lot of crazy stuff. But people say the most extreme things, and it's a form of expression. Most sometimes, sometimes it's real life, but it's used as a form of expression. So if I might not be walking down the street selling myself, selling behind, but at the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, in my mind, or when I'm in my bedroom and when I'm with my partner, I probably give it up in a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to put that out there on the
Right.
music.
That's why it sells, because a lot of people can relate to it. It's like it ain't no secret. It ain't like we fell out the sky.
Right. Right.
It's part of life, like you saying. But my thing with that is, I want more women to like really let's start, because you got to remember, same thing as dudes. Who gonna look up to you the most is the kids. So I don't want all the high school girls talking about how they can shake their booty and you got to break me off and this and that. Let's get the high school girls and the kids that's coming up in the next generation something else. Because they're going to follow. Whether you want to be a role model or not, you all are a role model. Somebody's looking up to you. I don't care if it's somebody in your house. Somebody look up to you somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So we all got some kind of responsibility. I understand everybody need to make money and all that. I get it. But all I'm thinking about is the next generation. They need more positive influence as far as in female artists. Because all females make it seem like, oh, the thing to do is go get butt lifts and be a stripper and your life gonna be great.
Okay. I can see that. And I think that as the market expands, because a lot of these women are not dumb. Nicki Minaj is not dumb. Cardi B is not dumb. Megan Thee Stallion is educated. Like a lot of
Right.
these are actually educated. So the people that's putting this together, the people who are marketing and promoting these women the way they are, is actually the labels. It's not. It's not. It's a person behind them saying you need to go put on something tighter. You need to put on. You
That's
need to
true.
go
That's
get.
true.
It was rumored that
You got to sell that image.
Nicki Minaj wasn't as feminine or as sexual when she was independent before she was with Wayne. Her name wasn't Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, I
Okay.
saw pictures of her. I saw pictures of her.
Right. So to say that is to basically say, like, it's not these women, it's the industry itself. It's these record label execs, it's their managers, the A&Rs. It's these guys out here that's saying they want to see ass. And
So get them what's gonna sell.
what the people want to see, and this is what's gonna sell. So I
It's all
think,
about money. It's always all about money.
right. So, but I do think at the same time, just like Jay-Z and J. Cole are different artists, just like Kendrick and Drake, and as the market expand, more women will come out, and there will be more different personalities, and there's gonna and as the research shows that there's a market for female rap, more women will be backed and more women will be heard. So I just think that it'll be a range, so it won't feel like everyone's talking about sex, because there'll be a female J. Cole that comes out.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on. Now, don't get me wrong, I like them little sexy little songs, and I'm not knocking nobody hustle, but everybody got to understand we need different flavors of different things. If everybody's saying the same thing, ain't nothing unique with that.
The guys do it too.
Yeah, but that's why I be preaching with them too. Everything is gang, gang, bang, bang. Let's talk about something else, fellas. Listen, it's a big old world that we live in. You know how much stuff we can talk about?
Tons. But it's still, it probably does boil down to a few things. When you really look at like the overall categories, it's like your emotions, it's sex, it's your financial situation,
money, stunting,
right, and your ego of how you feel about yourself, good or bad. Good or bad.
I agree. Yeah, I just like to see different things mixed up, man, because I feel like everybody can't do the same thing. Let's have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. We can mix it all up. We all good.
But if you are too different and you won't sell, you gotta.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's why people do it.
You gotta sneak it in on them, and I've been hearing that a lot lately. Like I've just out at industry events, and people are like, "Be true to you," and I'm like, I am. I'm true to me, but as a strategic and talented artist, and as a businesswoman, right?
Right.
I gotta know how to do everything. I gotta be able to jump into every lane and not miss a beat. Okay, as we seen Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, the people that make it beyond 10 and 15 and 20 years, these people, they don't stay in the same bubble, in the same box.
Right, you're right. You gotta elevate. It.
Right. And you gotta be malleable and fluid enough to be able to see what other people are doing and explore those styles. You know what I'm saying? So I'm never gonna be like, I'm not gonna make a sexy song, or I'm not gonna, because all of it is a part of life. Like anyone who says that they don't have sexual feelings or thoughts, most people do.
I agree with that. That's what I'm saying. You gotta always. It's all about mixing it up. Mix it up a little bit.
Okay. Yes, I agree.
That's all I'm saying. But I got Miss Lamiere in the house right now, y'all. I told y'all live in the flesh on the Foolish Show podcast tonight. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. We chopping it up right now.
Chopping it up.
But I guess we gotta let them know how you get down in case they don't know. So we gotta drop something on to make them understand how you bring it.
Okay.
What you putting on the table? Man Conceited, y'all. By Lamiere.
Bitches is fraudulent, and I say that respectfully. Looking like shit when they next to me. If you can't see that, I'm calling you nuts. Look in my eyes, it's like shit. Hey, my eyes is pussy, cause niggas be talking it.
Okay, I hear you, little flow. I hear you flow now.
Here they be nothing, it's something, it's sucking these titties, they wanna be sucking. Lip to the bone and it's succulent. Booty is wax on and they get redundant. Bitches are shocked that they get treated buttering. Haters be losers that speaking, they suffering. If it ain't mine and they sucking the mud. Pussy is what it be leaving the blood. Some get shredded, just for the hug.
That's a hot beat too.
Temperamental, I'm no temper beating. Got you locked in this shit and I get conceited. And people are what they not get conceited.
It's called Mad Conceited, y'all, by Lamiere. Go look up on YouTube and all other platforms. Support the movement.
Pretty and mad, conceited, yeah. I know you see it, yeah. Pretty and mad, conceited, yeah. Just know what he mean, yeah. Pretty and mad, conceited, yeah. I know you see it.
She say she pretty mad and conceited, y'all.
Just know what me mean, yeah. Bitches is fighting it, and I say that respectfully. Looking like shit when they next to me. You can't see that I'm fighting your nuts. Look in my eyes, it's like seeing her blood. I can't give up this pussy, cause niggas be talking it, licking it down, they be cleaning it, humping it, even my hair, they be knotting it, thumping it, sucking these titties, they rolling these stuff like I be up at night. Big girl is big and the bills is light. I be killing the bills, I don't lick the tight. Then my pillow, I'm putting my purple flight. I be swinging this truck in some trucks, I'm gonna give a fuck them when I pop out, you hear this inside of like I was talking.
Yeah, you got that industry style already.
Can't touch the bitches, you bitches move. Till I'm a nut and they try to screw me. These for the snack on some shaggy spooky. Let the cut on my waist and they call me groovy. Same honey hoes was trying to fool me. Same girl bitches, the ratatouille. Same New York shit since it's all a movie. Word. Kitty and Mad, can see it, yeah. I know you see it, yeah.
Lamiere, y'all check out Mad Conceited on YouTube. Run them numbers up.
I know you see it, yeah. Pretty and mad, you see it, yeah. Just know I mean it, yeah. Bitches is fighting like.
Go scream that right now, y'all.
Hey.
That's a hot one there. That's a weekend special there.
Thank you.
Good, tight work.
You didn't catch my song Villain, my new song that I just dropped?
You dropped a new one?
Yeah, I dropped a new one, Villain. It's a drill track for the kids to get sturdy to.
And it's called
Villain.
You got it on YouTube?
I'm not sure if they picked it up yet because it just dropped, but it's everywhere.
Okay, might not put it.
And Apple Music. It might
Okay.
be.
We'll get to it. We're gonna get to it.
We're gonna get to it.
But best believe y'all hit that thumbs up button, man, and make sure y'all support the hustle, support my girl, man, and what she got going on. Y'all see how she bringing it. She got her own flavor, and that's what it's all about, man. Believing in yourself, pushing your craft, and you're a good motivation to people. Like people sit around and make excuses. I ain't got this. I ain't doing this. But look at all that stuff you doing right now by yourself.
By myself, but you know, it is a mental. It's a mental. It takes mental fortitude. It takes.
Oh yeah.
Because when it comes to your art, you hear thousands and thousands of no's. You know how Will Smith said.
That's true. That's true.
I done heard so many no's. Like I'd be rich.
That's true. Cause everybody gonna say, nah, that ain't it. Nah, that ain't it. That's not it. I don't like that. Oh, you should change that.
Right.
When it comes to music, everybody gonna always have an opinion.
Mm-hmm. And when you're from New York, you get it harder. Oh, you get it because everyone's an artist, and your own town don't support you. If they see you start coming out and rising, they gonna shit on you hard. They gonna shit on you.
Hey, listen, and that's everywhere. Even down here, I'm in South Florida. It's the same thing. They don't really work together like that. Everybody's in competition with one another. Everybody be in their feelings. If they ain't getting enough numbers, they ain't getting enough views, they ain't getting no movement. Ain't nobody working together. And that's what I be trying to preach. They don't realize how strong and how better everything is if we all unite and just start a whole movement of everybody just showing love and supporting each other.
So how was it in South Florida? That's close by Miami, right?
Right.
So
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, we like 20, 30 minutes away from Miami.
There was a shooting at French Montana's music video.
Yeah, I heard about that. They said they were trying to rob them. But that just show you how crazy life is. You can't even go to a restaurant and shoot a video while somebody plotting and trying to scheme and take something that don't belong to them.
Right.
It's sad what we don't came to in this world.
Yeah, being a rapper is a very dangerous career, and it's not just for men, it's for women too, unfortunately.
True that. And
it's sad, you know. It's sad.
Because it all supposed to be entertainment. Nobody's supposed to lose their life over this stuff.
Nope. Well, how's the weather out there in South Florida?
Huh? Oh,
How's
how's the music?
the weather?
The weather? Oh, you come on. The weather's always great. The weather's always great. Like we'll get cold a little bit, we'll get our little rain, but for the most part, when I say ain't nothing but partying, this is nothing but partying down here. It's something to do every day of the week.
Mm.
Like if you was down here, you could perform from Monday through Sunday in a different club every night.
How is relationships though? Because there's a lot of beautiful women out there. So do people stay committed in committed relationships in South Florida?
It's a lot of temptation. I can tell you that. It's a lot of temptation. I guess so. I mean, I guess it's some happy couples.
Okay, you
Guess
guess.
you know. I guess now. I don't know. I just guess. But down here, one thing about it is so many flavors. We got Cubans, Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, whatever you name, all mixed in the pot down here.
That's the
So
exact.
we get a taste of all different cultures from everywhere and different foods and different music. That's what it's all about down here.
Mm. You got the exotic women out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They be at the beach all day.
Just basking in the sun, just
Oh
ass out.
yeah, I guess just glowing, I guess. So, Miss Lamere, let's get into I wanted to get into my first topic with you. I always get on here and I bring up little topics and a lot of talk about real life stuff with my guests. So let me know how you feel about this. Like, how important is let me say how important is being like popular to you? Like, do you have to be popular? Do you want to be liked by everyone? Do you want to have all the friends in the world?
Mm.
Like, do you look at women and say, dang, why she got that, and why, or other artists, why she doing that, and we about the same, and I don't get that? Or you just want to stay tunnel vision, stay focused, and you just worry about you and your own life?
I think going into it, I've been in music for over 5 years. I've probably been taking it serious for three, maybe the last 3 years, 4 years. I've taken it more seriously. But when I first got into the game, popularity was the utmost important thing. Like I was like, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be the hot thing. I'm gonna make a lot of money. I think every artist, when they first start rapping, they just have this complex of I'm gonna be the one that will
Right,
happen overnight. Everybody's gonna hear me on the radio, and I'm gonna be the next superstar. And
right.
over time, the reality is that when you don't have connections, when you don't have access to money, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
starting from
So
scratch.
when you don't have wealth and or a relative in the industry, um the reality of it is that it is difficult, and that you may not you know be the hottest thing on the block or on all the blogs, right away, or maybe ever. You know what I'm saying? But
That's true. Because it's not for everybody. I tell everybody one thing about it, and what people don't realize, everybody can't make it.
no.
Everybody cannot make it to the top. It's not meant to be.
But in to play devil's advocate, I will say so. Initially, I did hit a place, maybe a little bit after COVID, and especially when I started learning how to mix and master, because it took so much time that it just felt like I never got my flowers. Like I never got the recognition I thought I deserved, or never got the exposure. And then there was times I was writing songs, recording them, and just trying to learn how to mix, so they never even went out. And I'm just recently now recovering from that. But I think now it's less about the popularity and it's more about the art for me.
The craft, right?
And I think there's still ways to make money, and there's still there's still a room and a space for me. And if I'm the best at my craft and I'm the best female
I
rapper,
agree.
I you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
agree.
fan base for me. My music has um I reached about 12,000 streams per month at
That's
one
what's up.
and it at one point, and it's now dwindled. But consistently, one song that I put out, Good Times, that song consistently got me at least 1,000 streams per month up until recently, and I'm at 500 streams because it's been a few years since the song been out. But when you
Right.
have good product, people will listen. You
Exactly.
So it's about finding that good product and then platforming your music, finding a marketing tool that works where people
Hmm.
hear your music, not your neighbors, not your friends, not your family.
Yeah, you're right. Real people that you can make real fans.
Exactly. It's finding that those getting on platforms and playing your music for them. So now for me it's more about just getting people to listen and to hear me and to be heard by more people because it's a numbers game. If you know that X amount of people, if 100 people listen to your song, and out of those 100 people, let's say 25 people actually listen to it and continues to listen to it, then
Right.
if you multiply that 100 by a million, you know that
Hmm.
250,000 people are going to listen to your music and continue to listen to it.
Right.
So it's a
I
number,
agree.
and you can have a fan base and be a successful artist and do a lot of things and not necessarily be, the
Mainstream.
block.
Yeah. See, I know how the game works. Like you said, they base everything on numbers and all that. But it's just like, just
Mhm.
me personally, how I live my life. I can't base my life on all that stuff. I can't get wrapped up on that. Do I want people to listen to my music? Of course. Do I want people to download it? Of course. Do I want people to watch the show? Of course. But if I don't get a million or 100,000 viewers, I can't let that burn me. I can't let that take me to the grave. Like to me, it is what it is. I just live life differently. I don't let all this stuff consume me. I can't
Mm.
wake up every day. Oh man, did 1,000 people listen to my song today? Like if they did, God, if they did, thank you. God bless you. But if not, I got to keep it moving. I still got to live. So I can't live my life like that. It's a lot of people live their life on popularity. Because one thing about it, especially when you're chasing materialistic stuff, and I was saying this on my other show, it's not going to ever end. If everything you want is materialistic, if you want that new phone, they're going to always keep coming out with an iPhone. They always going to keep coming out with trucks and cars. They're going to always make bigger houses and houses. They're going to make fancier chains. If you keep chasing all that, you're going to chase all that the rest of your life because it's never going to stop.
Okay. I think New York is a harder living than a lot of places. And I think people from other places don't understand that. Like, you're always chasing because we live in these, most of us live in these small apartments. We, you know,
Yeah, high rent.
we live in small apartments. I'm blessed to actually have my own place. A lot of people have roommates, they live with parents. It's
Right,
not people to live with their parents into their 30s, some people
right.
but in New York, because of the living, it always feels as though you're looking for an escape.
I got you.
That's why a lot of people from New York move to Atlanta, move down south, move to Florida because New York just doesn't, the atmosphere and the environment doesn't breed happiness or content. It's like you're always looking for the next best thing, the next.
It makes sense because it is a lot of New Yorkers down here. So it really makes sense what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not it's 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 not all that it's cracked up to be, to live a regular life in New York. If you're a CEO or you're an artist or you're making, you're in the
Good
business,
bread.
you're
Mm-hmm.
making a lot of money. But if you just your average Joe making, you got to be making about 150K in New York to be decent.
Live good. Yeah. Wow. Listen, South Florida is not no different because we're in the top 5 in cost of living.
Yeah, I know you guys got some beautiful, even the apartments. Oh my God, they're so expensive.
Listen, 1 bedroom is 2,200 down here.
Wow.
1 bedroom.
Wow.
Apartment. I ain't talking about no house, not no townhouse. A apartment.
2,200 for one bed.
1 bedroom.
So how do most people live then?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They roommates.
Most people now, they probably have 2, 3, 4 people living in there and everybody chop it up. That's the only thing I can think of.
Mm-mm-mm.
Man, so many people complaining about that. That's why a lot of people, they leave here and they go to Carolina and Georgia because everything is cheaper there, but you're going to be in the middle of the wilderness, but it's going to be cheaper.
Right.
So a lot of people leave Florida and they say they can't survive. It's too expensive. Especially to live on the beach. You can forget about if you want to live on the beach. You got to really have money. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to go to Florida and live on the beach. You make sure you have a lot of money in that bank. It don't work like that.
Right. Millions now.
Exactly. It don't hurt like that.
Right. I mean, to go back on that popularity question, I personally never been popular. I've always been a loner and somewhat of an outcast.
Okay.
And I think that doesn't read on me. Like when people meet me, they're not like expecting that type of energy, that type of vibe. But it sticks with you when you're a loner. But at the same time, I feel like being a loner is a good thing because it's like it makes me, it keeps me out of drama, it keeps me out of trouble, and it makes me true to who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta worry about nobody's opinion. I ain't gotta worry about nobody trying to sleep with what's mine.
You remind me of myself because I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I feel better when I'm alone. I feel more safer. I feel better. I can do more things. I don't feel like I'm distracted.
Mm-hmm.
So I like being by myself too, man. Especially like most people don't mean you no good anyway.
No, everybody.
Go ahead.
Everybody's out for self. I don't care who it is.
Ooh, you just hit it right on the head, Miss Lamiere. You just hit that right on the head.
Everybody.
Everybody. When I say everybody, don't nobody care about the next person. I preach that every podcast. I look around and as long as you good, you don't care. You don't care if your neighbor over there starving to death. You don't care what they got going on down the street. You don't care if they water on. What does it matter to you?
That's sad, but it's true.
Think about it. That's how people live. But we got to understand, man, we got to start caring for each other. You got to remember, we all in the fight together.
I think Black people, we do that to each other.
Yes.
We don't have the resources to care about each other. Unfortunately.
Listen, they be like, man, I got to get mine. You got to get yours.
Like I just got mine. I had to suffer for 5 and 10 years to get mine.
Right.
And they it used to be one slot for everything. You know that?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like it can't be 2 Black successful people on the job. Like,
that's true.
Saying so, the one Black person got to keep their job.
Yeah, and exactly. They ain't gonna be pulling all y'all up with them.
But it's a bad mentality to have.
It is. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people to think outside the box and stop thinking like this all the time and have some consideration for somebody and show that you care. Because once we start caring for each other, you can't tell me that the world ain't gonna get better.
I don't know. There's people.
It's not gonna be perfect. It's still gonna be hate. You're gonna have killing. But if you start loving and caring more, you're gonna see a lot of things more different.
It's a lot of people in the world, and that's never gonna change. And
no, you can't get rid of evil. Evil's gonna be here forever.
And when you put yourself out there to help people, there's gonna be people that take advantage, and they think that Black people are the biggest criminals, but it's actually white people. they stole people. Like they stole
That's
land.
true. That's true. And took what they had.
Right. America is founded on
Lies.
slavery, criminal criminal criminality,
Right.
lies, crime, like
Yeah.
everything, you know, stealing. They made these Native Americans sign all these crazy ass contracts, and they gave them that whack land up in Syracuse. So,
Uh-huh. And give them their little money, give them their little compensation.
and they all on drugs. They all
And ain't
fucking,
nothing but a handful of them left. They don't kill them all to almost extinct.
and that too. Well, they actually the Native Americans, they would not be enslaved. So if they were captured, they would kill themselves.
Wow.
And you know John Smith from Pocahontas.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was that John Smith, right? Was it John
Yeah.
Smith?
I think it was. Now I ain't seen Pocahontas in a long time.
Uh,
Now I ain't look at the story in a while, but
the guy from Pocahontas, from the Pocahontas story, that guy had to um call martial law for the white people, the colonizers who came, the first settlers. He had to put martial law. This is history. This was in history, in my history books. He had to put martial law to get the white to work the land because they was actually practicing cannibalism. Okay, because they didn't know how to
that's
work
crazy.
when they brought them Africans over to work the land because they was too lazy.
Wow.
They'd rather eat each other than to work. Okay.
That's ain't nothing but the truth. And one thing you can't do is hide the truth. You can't rewrite history. What's done is done. And you gotta understand, man, America we don't came a long way, but we still got a long way to go.
Long way to go.
Still got a long way to go. Everything I was talking about this on the other show what I did on Martin Luther King Day, man. It's like the dream ain't came true yet. We still got a long way to go. We still trying to push and fight for the same thing that they've been fighting for way back then. All we want is a chance and an opportunity to be treated just like everybody else. Don't look at me from how I was put on this earth for what my color is. Judge me for my character and my heart.
But they make it seem as though we are being treated equally, and that's the problem. Because when you actually go on a job and you're paid less, and
Right?
when you're actually talented and successful, they treat you worse. Like they work you harder and treat you worse at the same time. It's a weird like duality for Black people. Like if you're good at what you do, then we hate you, but we want you to keep doing it for that money to live
Yeah,
it.
exactly. And you can't mess up because you mess up one time, I want to give you the boot.
Yeah, there's no care and concern. And you gotta your commute, your lifestyle, right? Like when
Mm-hmm.
you're going to work as a Black person, your lifestyle and how you live, it's not going to be as good as a white person. You're not walking around on heated tiles. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
the average Black person is not coming out of a big, nice house and driving the car their parents got them. They don't have their parents to give them their first business loan.
Or
Their
exactly.
friends to
And get
hire.
them something off the ground already started where they can take it and run with it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, man, when you come and you Black, you gotta remember, I don't care what you're doing in life, you always have to work extra a little harder than everybody else.
Right.
Because that's just the way it is. That's just life.
You know what I always notice? When a white person become a doctor, it's like expected. When a Black person becomes a doctor, it's like, oh my God, you made
You actually made it through all that school? It's like they shocked.
it. Like not only school, but adversity. Like,
That's true.
like
That's
damn,
true. All the obstacles you had to go through to try to even get it to that point.
it's crazy.
That's why, we never thought we would see no Black president. I keep saying we really didn't. Barack was Black, but he was half Black. You can't forget that.
He was, yeah, that's true. And he's African and white, which makes African American in my book.
That's all I'm saying. Like everybody keeps screaming Black president. He was half Black. Yeah, he looked it more Black, but he wasn't like like me. He wasn't black like me in there.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're saying that you're talking about color.
Yeah.
You think?
Because I think if they get like a real black man like that, they can't handle that. That's too much fear to have a real black man running a country. I don't think people can handle that. See, it makes it more better when I can look and say, okay, your mom is white. That makes the white folks feel like, okay, that's more acceptable.
I think for me personally, I didn't understand colorism. Like I, you know, not something, I'm a lighter brown black woman,
Right.
and I am mixed myself, but I never understood colorism until my older years, and men actually made me feel uh uncomfortable with my color of my skin. I had a man like darker female. I had another man tell me, he likes pink vagina. You know, and then after experiencing that, as trivial as it sounds, and as and I would never equate that to the color that maybe a darker skinned black would face. But I will say that the experience of that was not good. Not a
Yeah,
good.
that's not right.
It's not a good feeling when you're told that you're not attractive based off the color of your skin. And I know it probably goes a lot deeper for people, in terms of getting hired for jobs and getting opportunities on, anything.
But how you have to look at it, how you have to look at it is that person's just not for you. Everybody got their own taste, and you just not their taste.
Right.
That's how you got to look at it. Everybody got their own preference.
Right.
Maybe it's not that you bad, it's not that you're not good enough. You just not their taste. And that's what we gotta understand too. We like when it comes down to the skin color, man, it doesn't matter. I don't have a racist bone in my body. And far as in dating, I never looked at a woman's skin tone. That didn't really make me none. I was trying to see what's in here and see if you crazy or not, what you got going on. I really don't care about the skin color. I ain't never say, you know what, my girlfriend might gotta be red or she gotta be dark brown or caramel. I never thought like that.
Right.
Whoever I vibe with and have that connection with, then that's it. So be it. It don't matter what color he is.
I definitely agree. Well, Foolish, I do have to go. I'm so sorry, but this was an amazing conversation, and I would love to do it again sometime and come on.
It's all good. Whenever you got something new, you just let me know. Let me see this shit. Did a thing drop off? I believe a thing dropped off. Yeah, but we had a good show tonight, man. Shout out to Justin, Mama Bren, JD, everybody that tuned in. But we were talking about tonight, man, is popularity and following the crowd and all that. I tell everybody, man, be yourself and stop worrying about who doing what and trying to keep up with people. And it ain't about that. Don't you shouldn't live your life based on who likes your stuff on social media, how many followers you got. All that really don't make none. None of that stuff gonna get you into heaven. So I don't focus on none of that. I really don't care. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know me being an entertainer, artist, entrepreneur, and all that, I'm supposed to care about a lot of stuff and supposed to care about numbers and all that, but I don't. Like, to me, it's the message. I'm trying to get a message out there. I know the more people that watch it again hear the message, but it's all in God's hands how it goes. I just try to do my part. I can't worry about being this popular and I gotta have 100 million viewers and all that. If I get it, God bless. Thank you. Appreciate it. If not, life goes on, man. I can't base my life upon stuff like that. The key thing is we gotta understand the goal is going to heaven. That's the goal. The goal is not to be the most popular person on this earth and not be the richest person on this earth. Your goal should be trying to get to heaven. Because who want to burn forever? I know I don't. And that's how I'm going to continue to live my life. I don't live my life for other people. I live my life for me. I don't care about being popular or not. If I'm popular in your eyes, cool. If not, cool. It doesn't make me either way. I appreciate all the love and support. I do. But y'all put too much into this stuff. And y'all get wrapped up into everything you see on social media. And you want this like that person. You want to have a life like this. Take the time to thank God for your own life. Then you can work hard for whatever you're trying to do. You can't worry yourself all the time about what you don't have. What is meant to be will happen. You put a little work in and you put your head down and you go to work and keep grinding until you get what you want. Everything in life you're going to have to work for. But I don't care about being popular and following trends and all this. I always been the one to go my own way. I never was a follower. All my life, since I was in school, I always had people following behind me. I always led the way. I don't know what being a follower is. I don't follow no one. Period. A lot of you people out there is brainwashed, man. A lot of y'all are brainwashed. Y'all don't live your own life. You want to be cool to everybody and you want everybody to like you. I can care less. Only thing that I want to like me is the God Almighty above. I care about his opinion, how he feel about me. Human beings, I don't care. Everybody was talked about. They crucified Jesus, and this man did nothing but perform miracles and help people. So if they did that to him, what they'll do to me? So trying to get praise from human beings ain't really gonna get me nowhere. A human ain't got no power to open the gates for me and give me eternal life. A human ain't got the power to take all the pain that I have away. A human being is just like me, a creature that lives and breathes and talks and bleeds and everything else. So how much can a human really do for me? You can't really perform no miracles. Doctors think they can, but doctors only do what God allowed them to do. Remember that. Don't give no human being that much credit. God has all the power. And the sooner we understand that, the better. We need to understand how life goes. Period. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Appreciate your own life. Stop trying to follow every trend. Set your own trend. Do your own thing. Walk your own path. I don't understand why everybody want to be like everybody else. I don't care if they're getting all that attention and all that. Maybe it's not meant for you to have all that attention. You got to be understanding of everybody's life ain't meant to be the same. What fun would it be if everybody's life was the same? Everybody had the same thing, was doing the same thing. How much fun would that be? Look at yourself and understand that life is real. Life ain't no game. Y'all chase the wrong stuff, man. You put so much time and energy in the wrong stuff that really don't mean that. When y'all gonna wake up and understand it's not about how you live, it's about what you give. How many people you help, what purpose you serve. Are you doing God's work? Are you doing his will while you're here? Or you around here being selfish? You all about self. You want to be the coolest one. You want to be the one with all the money. You want to have all the nice food. You want to have all the nice things, but you don't want nobody else to have that. There ain't no joy in that, being selfish. Even if you have wealth, you got to share that wealth. You got to be able to break bread with everybody. What's the point of having the whole world when you lose your soul at the end of the day? Ask yourself that. Y'all want to be popular, you want to be popping, you want all the money in the world, you want everything. What if you get everything there at the end of the day, you end up frying? You go to hell. Was it worth it? Was this little time on earth that you had all that little material stuff that drove you so crazy? Was it worth you burning? I want you to understand and ask yourself that. Y'all got to get out of this materialistic mind frame and always letting that run everything. That's why money is the root of all evil. Because money make you not think about nobody else. It make you selfish, make you turn your back on people, it make you cross people. People do a lot of things for that mean green. So we got to stop letting that happen. Stop putting so much value into it, all this materialistic stuff. Do we need money to eat and all that? Yes, we know how they don't set this stupid earth up, which is stupid to me. Everybody should be entitled to medication and food and all that for free. Shouldn't even need money for that. But that's a whole nother podcast. We already spoke on that before. But my point is, y'all, ain't nothing wrong with trying to have things, chase your dreams, but you can't put all your life and get wrapped up into it and think that that's just life. Life is more than that, man. Life is more than you trying to just get that new car, you trying to keep up with the Joneses and keep upgrading this and get the newest phone and newest gadgets and this and that. What is all that gonna matter when you die? What is all that gonna matter if you hooked up to machines in the hospital bed? How any of that stuff gonna help you? If you want to get it, that's cool. I'm not telling people what to do, how to live, how to spend your money, but you can't let it consume you. Don't get wrapped up into it that much where you think this is what life is all about. It's not. We're not put here for that. We put here to praise and honor God and to love each other. I think we all don't forgot what that's all about. We're not put here to chase money. We're not put here to sit up there and just worry about who got the biggest this and who cost what cost the most and this and that. Excuse me. As adults, I realize that most adults ain't nothing but big kids. That's what kids do. Kids will get a more control car and my car go faster. My car is bigger. Adults ain't no better. They'll go buy a car. I got a 2022. I got a 2023. It's just like toys to them. They live like kids still. They still got that kids mentality. When you grown, there's certain things that shouldn't matter no more. You should make sure your family's straight. And do your best to play your part in this world, man. But all that other stuff y'all get caught up in and everybody want to trend and want to be popping and you want to go viral online and you want to be the man or the female, you want all the attention. You got to remember, all attention ain't good attention. It's going to be some attention you ain't going to want. You think that just because you get a million followers, 100,000 of them going to be people that's talking about you or hating on you. Everybody ain't going to pat you on the back and love you. So you better be careful for what you want and what you ask for. You're going to have people that's plotting and watching you, trying to set you up. They want to rob you. They're watching your every movement. Don't think everybody's your biggest fan and supporter just because they following you. You got a lot of fake friends that pretend to be friends with you and just sit up on you just trying to watch your moves, plotting on you. And as soon as they think they can get you, they set you up. Y'all better wake up, man, and understand what life is all about. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight to another good episode of The Foolish Show. I had Miss Lamiere on here. Y'all can go back and watch our interview. She was cooking some real good knowledge. Caught checking in from the Bronx, New York. Y'all make sure y'all check her out on all platforms. Make sure you check my new mixtape out that's available everywhere on all platforms called Let the Swag Talk by Foolish. Y'all run them numbers up. I appreciate all the love and support once again. And we're going to always keep pushing positivity. I'll probably see y'all Monday night. I want y'all to stay safe, stay blessed, enjoy your weekend. Make sure you chase your dreams. Don't let nobody kill your dreams. Don't let nobody talk you down. Don't let nobody make you feel like you ain't nobody. We all somebody. We all somebody important because you still here. If you ain't dead and gone yet, God still got you on this earth for a reason. Remember that. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Stay out of trouble. Keep spreading love. Y'all keep helping people. Keep lifting people up. And that's what we're going to keep doing over here on The Foolish Show. Catch y'all Monday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all have